How sophisticated. Oh, that's the wrong screen. Hi, friend. This was one of the Choose a Sound redemptions. I don't know why I added it. Has nothing to do with country. Has nothing to do with folk. Who recommended this or who requested this? Let me find out. Violin, buoyant melody. This was this sound comes to you courtesy of Oh Fancy Unicorn. Hi, Fancy Unicorn. This is your sound. I'm getting you guys ready to yodel. Yeah. This is the moment when, if you guys know anybody who yodels, this is the moment when you go get that person and have them yodel into their phone and quickly send it to me because I can't find a yodeling sample. I don't know what I'm going to do with that one. So the request for today, by the way, I hope you had a good weekend. On Friday, before 4th of July weekend and before half the LA area was practically on fire with fireworks, I pulled 3 fan suggestions from the bowl. They were, from Matilda, she wanted a folk alternative rock jam. Allie H wanted me to try country, and Hangout Delight Show wanted a Bavarian yodeling jam. I mean, America, am I right? I mean, I don't know about like the yodeling jam. The yodeling jam, I got the reference. I mean, it's like, it's what I think of when I think of yodeling. I don't know anything. I don't know anything about yodeling. And yeah, so I tried. I gotta turn this friggin' sound down. Yeah, I tried to look for yodeling sounds, and I did not find them. So yeah. When do I announce my bid for president? I've already announced it. I'm running for president. 2020. Shinoda 2020. I don't know who my running mate is. I don't really have a platform. I'm independent. I'm registered independent. So does that mean I can run as? Do I have to run as an independent? Excuse me, I'm not registered independent. I'm non-registered. There we go. So, can I run as a Republican? I'd like that. I'm going to run as Republican. You say, Mike, that's against the rules. If you're a Republican in this chat, I want you to write me in on your ballot. Just write me in. Is that illegal? No. Write-in votes are very legal. That's the move. So yeah, back to the yodeling though. Yodeling. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I can't yodel. It's too high. It's also like it's like vocal acrobatics. Like I can't do that. So I don't really have I tried to like look for it and stuff. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get to the yodeling. But let's get to the country. I don't know if this string thing is gonna come back. There are also some sounds, fan-submitted sounds from sounds.com that I could grab. There's like this one. Here, let me turn off our little... I'm going to turn off the violin. This is this taiko drum. And there's this guy. I mean, I edited this one a little bit. It was this. And then I thinned it out and made it more stereo. And we'll see if that works. I don't know about that. But there's also these guys. Oh, actually, there's some of these. We already used that. And we used that. We used both of those before. I think we used that cowbell. I don't think we used this one. Let's see if we can find one that'll fit better with country. I don't know if that's gonna do it, guys. God, that's so loud. Shut up. What happens if I just search country in my... If I search country in my database here? Country. Nothing labeled country. I think here's a thought. I feel like country music, although I don't listen to much of it. I don't listen to much of it because I don't love, like, I feel like the production on it is very nice. And some of the country songs, like, the production is good. It's just very, like safe. I don't know. It's like very, like, put the microphones on the instruments and record them in a very clean and nice way, and then mix it. And the song has to be good. It's all about the song, right? But emotes. We'll come back to that. I'm looking at the chat. We got but yeah, so like it's just record the bass, drums, guitar, and vocals, and it's like there are songs that don't just do that, and I think they're taking more chances, but they haven't caught up to, like, they aren't doing the, like, kind of production that everyone else is doing. So maybe we can make a kind of futuristic country song today. I don't know. We'll find out. That's what's going to happen. Couple things before we get started. Number one, we're on a hype train right now. Top of your chat, level 2 hype train. If you guys are subscribing, if you're gifting, if you're cheering, you're going to help that hype train grow, and you'll help the channel grow. Thank you. I'm going to get some water. You're welcome. I'm going to get some water because you guys always tell me to get water. I'll be right back. God, I don't have any normal water. Well, the best I got is LaCroix. I don't have any water down here in the studio. Studio don't have water. Oh, look. We've got booty up and booty down emotes. Yeah, baby. That's my Bootsy Collins. If you don't know who Bootsy Collins is, Google him. All right. So, country / folk. We're going to do, what should we do here? We're going to do acoustic guitar to start, because I feel like that's the common thread. Ooh, pitchy. Okay. Gonna do some acoustic first. Let's see what we got. Without pick, no pick. Just do it with like this. Let's get this mic pointed right at it here. Yeah, I think that's good. Probably like that. What the fuck? Why am I blowing up? Okay, not right. Not now. Not now. Let's see what our metronome. I set it. Oh. I think I need a new tempo. That's going to mess up those samples that we were just playing. I'm a little off the rhythm here today, aren't I? Let's turn that. Turn the loop off. How come it won't turn off? I don't like that. Okay, I think I can. Oh, are you serious? It was recording on the wrong thing. And you weren't seeing the screen. But I recorded on, I didn't catch it on the track here. Hold on. I gotta record it on the right track. Okay, let's do it again. Let's grab some favorite pieces of that. All right. So this is going to be the guitar track here. And if I just rename it guitar, I'll call it acoustic guitar. And it renames it automatically. Isn't that nice? See if I can just put this together with this. That guy goes here. Huh, why did that do that? Oh, because it didn't move all the way to the front. Bam. try again. Maybe. I wonder if I could just use this. And then what about the chorus here? I think that's the chorus. Just it's the same chords but in a different order. It's the second half and then the first half. That's going to be the chorus. It's the same chords as the verse, but flipped around. We'll come back to this acoustic guitar. Keep on using those emotes. I love to see it. The little wombat. Yeah, just click on your little emote button and find them. And if you're a tier 2 or tier 3 subscriber, you get extra ones. You get special ones. Okay, so got the little situation here. Now let's modernize this. Let's go straight to like, how do we make this more unusual or newer sounding rather than just folk country. Drum sound. Okay. How come I didn't get a raider notice? How come I didn't get a raider? I didn't hear a sound for the raid. Did you guys hear a sound? Did somebody raid? It's delayed? What do you mean it's delayed? No sound. Someone raided. Okay. Ah. Let's do that. Why not? Just 4 on the floor? Okay, so it's going to start with this. We're going to go straight into where's drum rack? Finding my. Let's do that. Let's do the first kick. The first kick. Let's find the other. That one's. I think that's the one. Let's get a few rounds of that. I'm gonna keep it a little sloppy. I'm not gonna quantize it very much. I don't know. What's 50 sound like? It's good. Still human element. Got sloppy in the middle, but we'll fix it. Let's see here. Let's just quantize these guys first. I think these need to be a little more. Okay. And the little tick-tock sound, the little side stick. Not TikTok like that TikTok, you guys. Let's do less. Right here it got pretty sloppy. In the middle here. Uh-oh. I like the feel of the first half. The second half of the drums kind of loses it for me. So I'm just going to use the first half. Because there was something about the groove of this. It felt good. And then the second half didn't feel so good. I'm just to make it consistent, I'm going to do the same thing to the first bit. So this, I just took this bit and repeated it. And then I just took this bit and repeated it. And then on this guy here, what did I just add? I added this one, and this one. Oh, really? I can't just like grab all this? Oh, there's the sound. Is that a raid sound? Yeah, it is a raid sound. Hi. Is that the late raid sound? What is with my thing right now? It's a little freezy. All right. Ah. Hold up. That was crazy. All right, cool. That was better. Consolidate. And then this is the crash, I guess. Let's put that on the downbeat. Let's also turn it the fuck down. Let's put some reverb on that guy as well. Should we do plate? Valhalla plate? Let's put a bit of plate on it. Put it in a plate in the room. Let's see that. One thing that it does, it makes the decay longer, but it also pushes it back in like the space of like where you are. Oh, somebody, you're saying check my whispers because you made a yodeling sound? Norway stang. Okay, Norway. I'm going to check it. I'm going to check. Norway stang. Sent me a yodel. You sent me a yodel. Dude, is this going to be amazing? Oh, free sound. You found one. You found one on freesound.org. Did I look at this earlier? I may have already tried this, but maybe not. Here is a recording of someone yodeling from Freesound. Okay, so am I allowed? I don't know the situation with Freesound. It says log in to download. Licensed under Creative Commons. That's good. So let me ask you this. I have to find out if I'm allowed to use it. As long as it's Creative Commons, I think I am. That's usually the rule, right? Creative Commons 0 license. Let's look at it. Oh, sorry, I'm not showing you the thing. Okay, so hold up. Let me get the sound. Excuse me. Come on, man. All right, here we go. So here's the sound. Let's see if it plays. Gonna look at the Googles. Look at the Freesound. Me yodel. I can't yodel. What do you want me to do? It's gotta be high. It's gotta be certain. This is like a very specific thing. It's like some of you guys were like, Mike, just put banjo on the track. Number one, I don't have a banjo. Number two, you have to be a banjo player to really make it sound like the thing that you're thinking of. It's very fast banjo. You get these little things on your, like some people wear these little like plucky things on their fingers to do it. You can't just do it. It's like somebody who doesn't play, I don't know, speed metal. Like, hey, play speed metal. You hear how like hard that would be to do? That's just wow. Okay, so that's the vibe. How am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do this? Let's try this. All right, yodeling. All right, Astounded. Shout out to Astounded for uploading this thing. If you use my recordings, you must credit Astounded, Christopher J. Asbury. Okay. I'm going to copy and paste that. I don't know where I would credit them. So I'm going to credit them here to start. You guys all see it. This is the person who made this. Who recorded this? I don't know. Who owns the Creative Commons license. And if I can't use it at the end of the day, then either this jam won't come out or we'll remove this sound. It'll be what it is. I don't know. Let's put the yodeling in the track. Let's put the yodeling over here. I like how you guys have my back on this stuff here. You're like, no, Mike, we really do want to hear the yodeling on this song. So you really do need to do it. Okay, should be playing 13, 14. Do we see it? We do. Probably shouldn't be distorting. All right. Okay. Chord. You notice how, like, there's a very specific chord pattern underneath what he does? Like, you kind of can't play other chords. If you just keep those notes, like, you can't play other chords with those notes. Here's what's going to happen, though. I'm not going to use that the way it is, because that shit is weird. With this song, I mean, just to start with this. Here we go. Okay. So no. I'm gonna just put a marker there. Oh fuck. This thing is. Right? Right? This is getting like, it's like, sounds like he's being tortured. Wow. So what happens now if we, let me put this on beat and put a tuner on it and see if I get a better result, just to start. Just finding out. Just finding out. First of all, we're not on the beat to start. Okay, so let's fix that. Let's get rid of this guy. There we go. tough, man. Okay. So he starts like super early on the second half. Okay. I gotta do like this, I guess. Okay, that helps. So he like finishes his phrasing really early. Oh, okay. So okay, we did that, and let's put a tuner on it. We're gonna auto tune his ass. This is funny. Okay. Should we go full Travis Scott with it? Wow, it really doesn't like. Wow, okay. It didn't do a lot to him. Are you seeing B? Hold on a second. Let me figure out. So he's in F major. Okay, so he's in F major. I told you before we started that I was like, I don't know about this yodeling. I don't know about it. Are we going to give up on it, though? Should we give up? I don't know. Let's do this. Let's make an instrument out of him. Let's do that. Let's try. Okay, so yodel tune. This instrument is called yodel tune. So I'm going to send this one to yodel tune. Hit record on yodel tune. Okay. So right now it's transferring it over. Oh, I don't have it on. Okay, great. Yeah. Don't worry, guys. Look. Here's the thing. Sometimes you got to take something, maybe it's not working, and you take it and you make it work. You challenged me, the Hangout Delight Show, who, by the way, is a Bavarian account. So they have an invested interest in making this work. They want to see this work. So maybe what we'll do is... I mean, we could do so many things. Here's one thing we can do. So I could put this here. I could put one of those on it. Then I could put one of these. I could say output to yodel tune. Right? Is that how that works? Right now it's transferring it over. Yo, why am I recording on my mic? Yo, right now it's transferring it over. Why did it transfer my voice? That's really weird. Okay, hold on. It shouldn't be doing that. I'm coming out of master. Just trust me on this, guys. Just trust me. Can you trust me? Hold on. Give it a second. All right, so now I'm sure that I've got it without my voice on it. And on this track, I've got the manipulator. And on this, I should be playing notes, but let's find out. We're gonna work with it. Something's gonna happen. Something here is gonna happen. If I pitch it down, he'll be a different. Okay, it shouldn't be distorting. I don't like that. So what I did is I pitched the original audio down. And gotta turn the. I don't want it to be so loud. Okay. Don't worry about your country song. You guys are like, what happened to the country song? It's still there. It's still there. Don't worry. It's happening. Still Let me try this on the chorus as a thing here. All right. We're trying to do, I'm trying to have a little more of a schedule on this. Some folks on Twitter requested having a little more predictable schedule. It's 11 o'clock. We're going to hit an ad real quick. For those of you who are not subscribers, 60 seconds, and then we'll be back. And yeah, so we'll just do ads at 11 and 12. I'll try and wrap everything up by noon. That's my new schedule. We'll play with that and see how it goes. Looks like the ad hopefully is running. Yeah, there we go. All right, cool. For the rest of you guys who are subbed and you don't have to watch ads, let's do this shit. I'm trying to make this yodel work here. Maybe I could chop the yodel up a little bit. Let me start that from the top again. Oh, I got to start with the other chord. Oh, that's what it is. One more time with it. Ah. Nah. Let's see if this works. Almost. Let's just do this. 3 notes. All right, cool. So I'm going to take all these, I'm going to consolidate them, I'm going to open this thing up. I'm going to take this out. I'm going to bring this one here. Okay. So these notes should be right now. I had to move a couple things around. Let me check. Let me fix the. Let me play with the actual tone of this yodel, Daft Punk yodel. But this is what I'm talking about like country has an opportunity to like get weirder. Why are they not being weird enough? I mean, maybe this isn't your cup of tea, but could do things. Gotta put like a limiter on it or something. I'm gonna put a limiter on it. I'm trying to flatten the like. About this so far. What should I call it? Robot yodel? It saved it in the wrong place. Hang on, I gotta save it again. I saved it in the wrong place. What date is today? The 6th. 7/6. I've been putting the dates on all my my sessions so that I can go back and know like which video, which like stream they were associated with. Let me get rid of this limiter. Let's do a multi-band one. I think the regular limiter was better. This one changed the shape of it. one other idea that is similar to this, but it's not the same. So this I might need to print that one and then do a second thing here, because there's this, here, let me print this one just to get it out of the way here. So we're going to send this one to, let's call that robot 1. I'm just going to, just in case here. Oh, wait. It's the first yodel tune. You know what I'll do, though? I'm going to do it without the reverb. We'll put the reverb, or the delay, rather, on this track. Okay, cool. I see your comment about do a chopped part. I see you. Maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe. I'm not sure about that. The vibe of this one is solid without it. It's very, the chop it, it'll lose some of that swing, I think. Let me try a different vocoder thing, though. Isn't it funny when the chat gets bossy? Mike, do this. Do this. Do this. Do my thing. I hear you. You are heard. You have been heard, my friends. Let's see. We'll call this synth yodel. And then this will be synth. So vocal synth is an isotope plugin. And I'm going to turn these guys off. Okay, I got to find the MIDI mode. There it is. Accept. It's not very loud. It's a different kind of synth, so it's not as loud. So there's lots of different options in here. Those are the chords. Then I have to fix the sound. But these guys have to be hard quantized. 100. Not the ending. Okay, so this is our this is the chorus of robots behind the main robot. This one has like a built-in stutter thing. I don't know if it's a good idea though. I think it's doing better without it. All right, cool. So I'm gonna bounce this one and then we're gonna be moving on. So this is Robot Choir. And that's going to go from this guy to Robot Choir and to double check that I didn't. I think let's call it V-synth. It's V-synth yodel. Yeah, my bad. Okay. All right, cool. Double checking that these sound good in the track. And then I'm going to delete the other shit because it's heavy on the computer here. This second half is better than the first half. But do that. Because it ends with a different note than the first half did. There's a ba, 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 ba on the second half. How about like a shimmer reverb on this guy? Let's try a shimmer. It's already got a shimmer to it, so this might be too much, but. Better. Do a separate side chain for the guitar because I don't want it to hit the guitar as hard as it hits the rest of the keyboards. Yeah. Yeah. Dope. Don't want to quantize the ends of those notes, only the beginnings. Only the beginnings. Just this. From the top. You said Jinkies in the NYC Junior. Brought Jinkies into the chat. Yeah. Meow. I meowed. I'm just reading your chat. To be clear, you meowed, okay? Don't give me this Mike meowed in the chat. I am not a cat. I'm allergic to cats. To the dismay of my kids who want a cat. Remind me later and I'll tell you a Mike cat story. I'm going to stop the chorus early. Wait a minute. Should I get into the chorus early? Dun, dun, dun. I want to stop it right there. Hold on. I gotta have these little, because of the chords, I want to change the little transitions here. Fold it. End on, and it'll end right there and go to the next part early. Okay, hold on. Oh, fuck. Okay. Same thing as the other one. Just remove all this. I use those? Hold on. Let me take out the sub on that. This thing. It's 402. Oh, there it is. I'm going to put that in on the chorus because I can. And then this thing here. I like the placement. I quantized it a little bit, and then I did it too much just now. I've like heard it. I liked it better when it was late. All right, so let's find it. Let's add a little more action to this thing. Okay. What just happened? Crash at the end of that. Okay. I'm not going to quantize it at all. Just let it be. Second half, I'm not going to mess with the. I just go straight into that little melody. Why not? Something new there. You know? I don't know. I actually don't know. Karen, they say, missed the yodel moment. You said, I hope he doesn't put in the yodel. Unfortunately, my dear, it's already in. It's underneath there. It's a robot now. We turned the yodeler into a robot. All right. Wonder if we could bring in any of those the fan sounds. Find out. All right. Come on, man. The taiko's not swingy enough. What about this guy? Oh. Weird. Didn't play. Why it's like jumping to that spot, but that might work. I don't know. These might work. All right, so I'm gonna pop these in and chop them up. This one needs a little smash on it here. I'm gonna maximize it. Gave you. And this one's just buoyant. Oh, buoyant violin. All right, let's try those. New notes with these guys. looking like it wants to crash. Howdy, partner. You know, ain't nothing in the world like a pickup truck, a road back home, and your girl sitting next to you on the front seat. Something like that. Chat's crazy right now. It's going off. Oh, we should come back to the acoustic guitar, huh? I put some. I forgot about that. Oh, should I do some melt? Hold on one second. do not play ukulele. I play a little guitar. This is ukulele. You guys said folk. I'll pull a pick out. I don't know how I'm going to make this work, but let's figure it out. How did ukulele just turn it a little bit Dr. Dre-ish? I don't know how that worked, but it worked. Oh my goodness. I might have to come back to that. That shit was great. We gotta hit a little ad break, and I'll be right back. For those who didn't sub, catch an ad. For those that did sub, we're still gonna rock this ukulele, right? Dude, come on. How bold of me to assume the ad is working. It was working. It's 10 seconds left on it. All right. We got ukulele. Ukulele, let's say uke left. Uke left. Uke right. put a little compressor on these guys. I want a pretty tight compressor. What do I want on this thing? Might have to go with that UA distressor on it. I want to pluck. We entered a whole other area, a whole other zone with this shit. I think that violin needs like a, maybe do vintage verb on it. Grab a multiband from Fab Filter because this one isn't doing what I want it to do. So with this, I'm going to solo this, and actually I'll solo me too. Okay. A multiband compressor is a device that can compress just one area, one EQ range of your audio. So we listened to compressors before where they kind of smash the audio, but they accentuate transiency, accentuate like pluckiness and taps and punches in the music. So we're doing this to this because I don't want to hear as much of this. Those high notes have this resonance on them that's somewhere over here in this area. It's kind of nasal, like bees. So I can take those bits and smash them a lot sometimes. Here's it without this thing on. Hold on 1 second. Without it, sounds like eh, eh, eh. And here's it with it on. Just tames that nasal sound. And I'm also going to take an EQ after that. Get rid of this low rumble. Ready? Feel good? And that's the end. Thanks for playing. Do you feel good about it? You hate it? Not country enough? We did leave the country quite a bit. We left it behind. However, we did start with it. It's a classic country. Feel like we want to hear Johnny Cash on it. Oh, no, no. Want to hear a story about a man who killed another man. All right, you guys. Their thing on them. Of course, it's too big. All right, turning it down. Cat story time. I have a few cat stories for the record. I'll tell you a cat story and then we'll do some questions and get out of here. Thank you for joining my. We did some things today. We used the what was the sound? Forgave You, which was requested by SpongeBrook182. Used the violin sample courtesy of Fancy Unicorn. Did the Hangout Delight Show, Bavarian Yodeling Jam, Ali H's Country Request, and Matilda's. That's Matilda's name in the chat. Apparently is MATHOUWLL, I think. Yeah, folk alternative rock. Yeah, did those things. Hold on a second. All right. When I was a kid, my allergies to cats were horrible. Like, so bad. You want me to do the whole story in Sam Elliott voice? Who said Sam Elliott? Who said Sam Elliott? When I was a kid, I was deathly allergic to cats. I feel like I can't get deep enough to do it today. Maybe I gotta turn my headphones up. Okay. Listen. When I was a youngster, ain't nothing I was allergic to more than cats. It's almost like it's not the voice is not coming out of my mouth because when you do it, you have to like not move. You have to not. You don't want to move your lips too much because you don't want to move your lips too much because to do this can't be trying too hard. So I used to be deathly allergic to cats. I had asthma. I have asthma. I had really bad asthma as a kid, and certain cats. So here's a little bit of cat allergy education for you. If you're allergic, chances are you're not allergic to the people used to think that you were allergic to the fur. Oh, he's allergic to the fur, so we're gonna clean up the fur. We'll vacuum and sweep up and he'll be fine. That would never work. I'd go to somebody's house. My mom's friend cleaned the shit out of her house because she knew I was so allergic to cats and she really wanted us to come over. She loved hanging out with us kids. They didn't have kids, so their kids had gotten older and moved away or something. So she was really she cleaned up like crazy, and it did not matter how much she cleaned up, I would still get an asthma attack. And it's not the dander. It's not. Turns out it's the saliva. It's the saliva on the fur and the dander. So no matter how much you clean up, the cat licks itself and then rubs against everything. And so the saliva gets into your carpet and especially on your furniture, like your sofa, anything soft that'll like wipe off. You can wipe off saliva onto it. So you can vacuum the hell out. I mean, you could clean up as much as you want, but it's in everything that it touches. The cats rub up against. Think about how many things cats rub up against. They rub up against your clothes. They rub up against the curtains, everything. So I'm allergic. I'm crazy allergic, or I used to be really allergic. Now I'm okay. Not so bad. Not going to go to the hospital. Back then, hospital time. And if like certain cats, I was allergic to more, because think about like people's saliva is specific to them, right? Your germs are your germs. So the cat, like a certain cat, one cat I could be super fine with, and one cat I'd be super allergic to. And I used to, at least once a year, I would have to go to the hospital because I would go into a place with a cat that made me so allergic that my lungs would close up and my chest would close up and I couldn't breathe. And one time it happened, I told you guys before, my mom's family, she was from a coal mining town outside of Charleston, West Virginia, in the middle of nowhere. Near the holler, down near the holler, where they spelt cemetery, if you had someone passed, they buried them in the cemetery, and they literally spelled it CEMETRY, cemetery. And I was out there an hour away from the nearest hospital, and I got an asthma attack. And my mom, they grabbed me and put me in the pickup truck and drove me. They just hauled ass out to the hospital and barely made it. Like my mom said my lips were blue. I had no oxygen. Like I was turning purple. And they just barely got there in time. And what they would do back then is they didn't really prescribe inhalers when I was a little kid. They prescribed like liquid medicine, and you could get a shot. I think I got like a steroid shot. on that one. But they'd prescribe you this stuff called Alupent, which was like a purple medicine, and it had like I don't know what it had in it, but every time I had to take it, I would freak the fuck out. It was like giving me like a little kid, like a Red Bull or like whatever, Monster, full size can of Monster in a little kid's body that's like 35, 40 pounds. I was running. I remember how spazzed out my teeth were chattering. I was freaking out. And I guess that's it. There's no punchline in the story. The punchline of the story is I didn't die. That's great. And eventually, medicine got better, and I didn't have to take the Alupent. But if there's a few times. There was one time I went to my friend's house, and he was. I went for a sleepover. I was like probably like 12. And he was my really close friend. He lived right next door. Never had it. He didn't have cats. I obviously didn't have cats. He moved away, like an hour away. And I didn't see him for a while. And my mom was like, oh, we're going to go see Scott. And I set up a play date. I set up a sleepover. So I go up to Scott's house. She drops me off. And she leaves. And the fucking cat comes out into the room. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, we got a cat. I was like, His mom's like, oh no, you're allergic. And I was like, yeah, I'm really allergic. And I was like, she said, what do we do? Should we get your mom? And we didn't have cell phones. It was pre-cell phones. And she's like, what should we do? And I was like, well, some cats I'm fine. And especially as I got older, I was fine with some cats. So I was like, well, let's just see how it goes. And an hour went by and I was fine. And like 2 hours went by and I was like, oh, okay, I got this. We're cool. I'm not allergic to the cat. Isn't that great? We played outside a lot just to be safe. Had dinner, went to bed in the middle of the night. I was like, no. It was like 3 or 4 in the morning, and I was like, oh, I'm feeling it. having a little bit of a problem. So I waited, and I was okay, but I could feel it. And the next morning, I fell asleep. And the next morning, I woke up, and I was having an asthma attack. It wasn't like a 10 out of 10. It was like a 6 or a 7. And I was like, okay, I'm having an asthma attack. I should go home. She's like, yeah. Well, actually, I didn't say it. I told her, I told his mom I'm having a problem breathing. And she's like, okay, let's eat breakfast, finish breakfast and take you home. So she called my mom and said, we're coming home early. And my mom was like, oh no, I'm not home. Nobody's home. But just there's a spare key. Here's where it is. Just let him in the house and I'll just get home as soon as I can. So they take me home. It's an hour drive home. It's getting worse. And I got my mom, I knew where my medicine was at home. And we got to the door and I'm full on and she's like, okay, go inside and get the medicine. When I had really bad asthma attacks and they lasted a while and I couldn't get the medicine fast enough, one of the things that's fun that happens when you can't get oxygen is you throw up. Not a predictable result outcome to asthma. I don't know why you would throw up, because that's not going to help you. It has nothing to do with your lungs to throw up, but that's what my body would do. And I was like, I'm getting sick. And she's like, she's fumbling to get the spare key and get it in the door. And I ran for the bathroom, but I didn't make it. I came in the door running full speed, and just the force of my body already running, and then the barf, it ejected 15 feet. Like, I remember it coming out. Like, if you guys have ever seen the movie Stand By Me, when there's the scene where the kid throws up, I did that. It was just like, bah! And like a laser beam of vomit just shot as far as it could shoot. And it came out, and I was like, ugh. And I ran into the bathroom, and I threw up some more, and then grabbed my medicine, and she came out. I came out, and she was like already like trying to clean it up. And I was already starting to feel bad. The medicine kicked in pretty fast. And then I had all the energy. I was like, hey, let me help you clean up. Oh, here's the sponge, here's the wall. She had the best helper in the world helping her clean up that barf. I was like on speed. I was just running around cleaning shit up. After I cleaned up the barf, I cleaned up the carpet, I vacuumed everything. It's like having a little 11-year-old coke addict in the house. And that's my story. I hope you enjoyed it. That is how things were when I was a little asthmatic, whatever, kid. Oh, and for those of you who are young, who have asthma, hopefully you could grow out of it. Just the other day, I was swimming with my kids in a pool, and I swam the full length of the pool, so one time and then back again without coming up for air. And I felt like a superhero. I felt so good. And then I remembered, oh yeah, like when I was a kid, I could get to maybe to one side. It gets better, you guys. Let's do some questions submitted by the fans in the chat. So good to see so many of you joining us here on the channel. It is fun to have you here. I have a bunch of questions submitted for Shinoda Bucks. Let me find my... Oh, I hope it logged me out. Why did it log me out? Come on. Log back in, motherfucker. We're waiting on it to log in. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so I have some question redemptions here. There we go. Oh, Ali H, who asked for the country. Hey Meek, thanks for the streams. It always brings a smile to my face. If you could be any age for a week, what age would you be? Not 11. Hashtag vibe with it, Mike, is my hashtag. Vibe with Mike, sorry. Ali H, thank you. And thanks for the country request. Any age, man. I don't know. That's a good question. I feel like what I mean, the first year of like touring with the band was pretty fun but pretty crazy. Whatever age I was then was a good age. But that was more of a time of life, isn't it? In terms of ages, I feel like college was like a good age. You say youth is wasted on the young. Is that what the phrase is? I don't know. I feel like that's a good time. I just feel like invincible. Ahmad _PXA. What's up, Ahmad? Says, hey Mike, it was my mom who showed me LP. And LP got me into rock music. Thank you for everything. Advice for socially getting through upperclassmen years of high school. Any suggestions? When I was in high school, like older ages of like junior, senior years, high school, that's when I was like really trying to figure out, like I told you guys a story about my mom saying like your friends are bad influences. She wasn't wrong. But also, like, they weren't all bad people. Like, that's the thing, is like, it's confusing because they were like fun, and most of them were cool. Not cool like cool to other people, but like good, like, friends. They were just doing a lot of bad shit. And so maybe what I'd say about that is just like, you got to realize that you're the part of your brain that's responsible for for being aware of the long-term effects of your decision making. The part of your brain that's responsible for that is not developed yet. It doesn't get fully developed until you're like 25ish, I think is Anna and I had been following that subject, and she read it in like this like brain science, this article about like brain science or something. And then we saw a piece in Time on it where the age changed. Like the age kept getting, over time, the age, the mature age of that part of your brain kept getting older and older. It used to be, they used to say it was 18, then they said it was 20, and then they said, man. So it's like 25. But let's say it's around there, and like, that's the reason people get tattoos on their face when they're like 19. Like, dude, you don't even have a job yet. You don't have a degree. Nobody knows like what you're gonna do. I am not going to hire you as a doctor with a face tat. Not happening. Like, there's a lot of like really high paid jobs that you are not getting with that face tattoo. And I guess it goes together with like, if you are going to medical school, you're probably not the face tat kind of person. Maybe you are, I don't know. But it's a tough one, man. Like, you do silly shit when you're younger because you don't think in the long term. And like, you know, I don't. There's nothing wrong with if somebody ends up wanting to get a face tat. That's not my point. My point is, try not to make those decisions, like the kinds of decisions that are going to be like lifetime decisions. Try not to make those when you're like under 20. I don't know. Let's say, go ahead and say 25. Go really aggressive with it. I could say like, you could say 20, but if your brain's not all the way there, then maybe 25. Your butt is a better decision for a tat, Wu Trong 9 says. I don't know, man. I didn't get any tats. I got none. I got 0. Thought about it. Never did it. VGK Titan says, hey Mike, your jams are the best part of my day. Thank you so much. I'm a 63-year-old LP fan. Enjoy the rest of your day. You rock. That was the message. Thank you. That is very cool. We have like the widest age range here. It's so good. I like was shocked by it. We talked about that the other day. I was like shocked by it. But we got one person asking about tips for surviving the end of high school, and another person saying, just want to say hi. 63. Shout out to both of you guys. Hey Mike, I hope you had an amazing weekend. You said you don't take food from fans, but what about recipes? Would you take a recipe from someone's grandma cake? Greetings from home. Merlina Blah. MERLINABLA. A recipe is that's a reasonable thing, because I know what I put in it then. If you gave me a recipe, I could follow your recipe. I like that one. That's very creative. Oxen asks, does it feel any different between playing a stadium where everyone paid to see only you versus a festival where the crowd is mixed? It's like size of venue aside, because let's say those two things are the same size, so who knows? But the benefit, yeah, bands generally look at festivals as either are a place where you mix with other bands in front of other fans and all that to spread awareness about your band. And then on the other hand, if you're on the headline side of things, then festivals pay really well. So like the reason the festivals go for the big headliners is that's a big draw. If you don't have a big headliner for your festival, then your festival's only gonna be as big as the headliner. Having lots of little acts it's okay, but the second you get Beyonce, I personally enjoy the festivals because they are a mix of fans, and I know that some people are new to my stuff, no matter what. And then a headline show is great because you're bringing your vision to the stage. Like when you see somebody's proper show, their headline show, they have put that thing together. So it's their vision of how they would like themselves to be presented. Any band that does the exact same thing on both of those shows, I think that's a little weird. We did that at some points, tried to bring the exact same show, but I still feel like the headline shows end up being more authentic to the brand or the band or whatever. Catchy Bassline says, "Hey Mike, what are your thoughts on doing a remix contest for one of the jams? Love from Denmark." Catchy Bassline, I love remixes and I love remix contests. And maybe if you stay tuned, I might have a remix contest for you to participate in. That might happen. Mike, was that foreshadowing? Were you hinting at something right there? Matthew Stephen Pierce says, were your parents supportive of your decision to be in the arts? If not, how did you cope? P.S. I made fan art of you on my Instagram. Matthew Stephen Pierce on Instagram. If you guys want to go check it out, MattheWSteven Pierce. You can go check out his fan art. Watch, I'd give this guy a shout out. I have not looked at his stuff, so if I give this guy a shout out and then his stuff is like just really gross porn, I don't know. That'd be weird. Wait, what was the question? I distracted myself. My parents were supportive. I've been drawing. I was drawing since I was like 3. So my parents knew that's what I wanted to do. So it wasn't really much of a surprise to them. The surprise was that when I got to the end of art school, which was very expensive, they were like, I was like, hey, I want to go be in this band. I want to do this band thing. And they were like, what? But no, they were supportive. If your parents aren't, I mean, you gotta like think about if it's something you really, really love and really, really want to do and they don't get it because they want you to be, to run their shop or be an attorney or be following your parents' footsteps doing whatever. I mean, first of all, maybe they have a point, and second of all, maybe they just don't get it. So you got to kind of balance, like weigh those things in your mind. And what's the harm in spending a period of time and like investigating if the art thing is for you? Like you're not, even if your dad is like, has a family business and he wants you to take it over, like, can't you say, okay, well, I want to do this other thing. I want to try this other thing first. And if that doesn't work, then I'll come back and do the family business. Why not that? Give your, especially when you're young, give the thing you're passionate about the try. because you want to be able to love to go to work, and you also want to feel like no regret that you like, oh, I gave up on my dream. That would suck. Don't do that. Let's see here. Hey, Mike, these streams kept me motivated and inspired during work from home confinement. Thanks for everything you've given us. My question is, what do you think of the Grey Days album? That's from Aladdin333. I haven't heard the Grey Days album, and I kind of don't. I watched his son Jamie did a video he was on a song and did a video for him, and I gave them a shout out on Twitter because Jamie, follow your. Chalinda said he wanted to do that record and she supported it, so I was like, okay, well if they're supporting it and he really wanted to do it, fine. And then Jamie did a video, and so I tried to watch that video and listen to that song, but I didn't really make it through it. It's weird. It was weird to hear him that way. And they were using vocals that I don't know how he went in and cut some vocals and that was it. And they were just working with those. And I don't know. It just didn't, it simultaneously, I didn't connect with it. And then also it made me sad. So I was just like, I can't listen to this. So it is what it is. But good luck to those guys. But Jamie, by the way, Jamie is a talented guy. Like he writes, he does film scoring and he's getting more into directing and stuff like that. I hope he gets more like film and video jobs. He's really passionate about it. Official Treb says, hey, from Colombia, Mike. Tomorrow, July 4th was your birthday. And it would be a dream come true for you to greet me. Blessings. Official Treb, greetings to you. Happy birthday to you. Hope you had a good one. Ethan Justice 12 wants to know what kind of synthesizers I used on Post-Traumatic. And also, I would like to remind you that you promised to finish the jam with Elise on drums. Oh, I promised. The synthesizers I use, so the VSTs, most of the stuff I show you here, I mean, this is the stuff, so if you watch this channel, Massive, The Prophet, Moog, Roland, SHO1, Virus, Schweeman, Juno, OP1, Serum. I use a lot of different stuff. The Nord is one of my go-tos, and I basically use that mostly as a sampler keyboard. I put my own sounds in it, and then I mix and match those with some of the ones that are in there already. But I use lots of keyboards because that's my primary instrument. So I just mess around with whatever sounds good. For those of you guys in the chat asking questions, make sure you save up Shinoda bucks and submit those. This time of the day, this time of the stream is just for people who've saved up their points and submitted the questions. So if you watch a few streams, I'll turn the gambling on after I leave, so you can sit in the chat and gamble with people, gamble your points and stuff. Let's see. What is this one? Complete tour of the track. Vocals with the phone. Mumu asked the question, but she didn't say which song. Hey, Mike, could you do a more complete tour of the track and show us how you mixed it, how you layered the vocals, how you chose the voices, especially with the vocals that were just from the phone? Oh, you mean Open Door. Oh. Okay, so I didn't use any vocals that were from the phone. I heard, I selected vocalists from the ones who sang on their phone and stuff. I sent them in like a DM, and I said, can you send me a high quality vocal of your performance, and send me what you sang. Like, you were on most of them, they were singing into a microphone, and then it was like a phone recording or whatever. So I knew they either had a recording of it or had the capability to do a recording of it. I didn't use any phone vocals. And most people, when I did that, they sent most people sent a lead, like a few lead vocals and some background vocals and some harmonies and all this shit, man. It was so many vocals. I could show you that a different day. Do you want to do that tomorrow? I guess. I mean, I could do that tomorrow. It was so many vocals, you guys. Holy crap. Oh my God. It was so many. All right, fine. Tomorrow we'll do open door. We'll look at the vocals. Hi, Anna Shinoda. Anna Shinoda's in the chat. Do you need me to?
Where is your camera?
It's up there.
It's up there.
She's
I have a question for you. Would you like to tune a violin and a viola down here or upstairs? Because it needs to happen before 1 o'clock, and I don't know how to tune it.
I'll come up and do it. Actually, you could bring them to me, and I'll do it while I do the question. I'm sorry, I have to tune a violin and a viola. Welcome to parenting in my house. That's how things work over here. Lucky for my kids that they've got a dad who can tune an instrument. Let's see. LP Soldier Forever says, how many drawings did you get while you were on tour? Thank you for the sanity during this weird time. It is weird. It's a weird time. I don't know. And obviously I can't even keep them all, but because we get drawings, like we get drawing every day. But all the stuff, I mean, like, I don't know. Even if you handed it something to the crew, like if you handed it to us, we saw it. If you handed it to the crew, even most of that stuff came to us, I think. I mean, generally Jim Digby would be like, Jim Digby would tell people like, yeah, the band wants to see this stuff. I mean, unless we don't have time while we're there and whatever. Hype train. Got a hype train going on, guys. Sub, gift, or use bits to get to the next level. Hype trains choo-chooing along. Techfield says, hey Mike, you must have a ton of musical ideas on your hard drive. How do you manage the files, ideas, and samples to find them later on? I caught a pick. By the way, I caught a pick last year in Oberhausen. and great show. Awesome. I organize stuff on, my samples are on my hard drive. My projects are on an external drive. My samples I organize by, I have a specific folder for stuff that I've collected and made. I have other, I just try and keep it organized as I same with the sessions. You just gotta try, you know? You gotta do your best. Don't just like save files wherever. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay. Hold on a second. I gotta tune while we talk. And I can't have my headphones on because I can't listen to that and do this at the same time. So give me a second. What am I doing? This is viola. Okay. This is viola. Can't tell what this is. All you gotta do is to tune your viola is just you gotta just go on YouTube. Yeah. Let's see if I can. I should have done this on the song. Gotta hold it properly. Okay, this one's good. This one's way more out of tune. Isn't this little? Look how tiny they are. The kids' violins are not the highest craftsmanship because it's why they're kids. There we go. This knob is so hard to turn. Boom. Thought I would be able to talk while I did that, but not quite. I mean, yeah, Look at us tuning violins. Did new viewers show up when I did that? I feel like the chat got fuller because I tuned a violin and a kid's violin and viola. A couple people joined. They're like, "Oh shit, come check this out." G. Goncalves. Hi, Mike. Thanks for the jam. I just loved it. I requested Red Hot Chili Peppers. My first name is not Goncalves. It's Gabriella. LOL. Can I do a bass cover from yesterday's jam? Gabriella, you can do whatever you want. You want to cover something? Cover it. As long as you're not selling it, nobody cares. If you're doing it and selling it, that's when people want to be involved because you're using somebody else's material to make money. But if you just put it up on your YouTube and you got some viewers and there's some ads, it's probably fun. Actually, here's a thing to know that I found out when we were doing this whole Twitch thing. I already knew this, but my music on Twitch, so you can't play a song that's has a copyright, standard copyright. How do I explain this? If you stream a song, that's okay, because that's one kind of playback. But if you take the video of that stream and make it available on demand, that's a different kind of playback. That's like having a video on YouTube or having a song on a streaming service. So you can't do a DJ set and then post the whole thing online to be watched at a later date. Unless you've got to have the service. Somebody has to have bought a license to cover all of that. The publishing and etc. for the rights for that playback. That what do they call it? It's a playback. I forget what they call it, what the word is. I think it's a performance, actually, even though it's not performance. So here's the thing. Twitch doesn't have that and doesn't do that. And what they'll allow you to do, what I'm gonna do with my I hope to do, this is I think we're doing it, is allow my new stuff that was made on Twitch to be streamed on Twitch with no without worrying. And you can stream it on Twitch. If you're streaming, you can stream my new record without having to worry about royalties or without worrying about it getting muted. And then if that gets ported over to YouTube, it's okay because YouTube has the infrastructure to pay that out. So they do pay publishing and all that stuff over on YouTube. It's crazy. All right, back to Gabriella. I told her this. I hit you up because I saw the some video, it I think I clicked on it because you were in the chat and I was like, oh, that's the same person from that just did the Red Hot Chili Peppers request. This is the same person over here on Instagram. And I clicked and I saw your video of you playing guitar and singing. Dude, she's a good singer, good guitar player. Go check her out. G. Goncalves. Gabriella can sing. She can play. So she's gonna, I guess she'll cover something or something, whatever. Yeah. No, it's also, dude, I love seeing that you guys you're talented. Shout out. Keep it going. I'm looking for another question. And then we're probably gonna get out of here. Last one. Hey Mike, I'm one of the guys from the Sarah album. First, thanks for shouting us out back then. Anyway, did you ever think of releasing vocals, acapellas from demos like I Have Not Begun? acapellas and whatever. I don't know. I feel like acapellas and instrumentals are one thing. Acapellas are kind of like, I think that's good if it's like a single. I for like random B-sides and stuff like that. I'm not usually, I don't know. I don't feel like that's the I don't know. I don't feel like the demand is that high. All right, we do have a redemption for a raid. The Todd Howard, the one and only Todd Howard. Once he bought a redemption, guess who he wants us to raid? He wants us to raid the Todd Howard. Well played, the Todd Howard. Let's see if Todd Howard is on. If you're not on, get on. Is he on? Hey, he's on. All right, Todd Howard. He's done it. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed our weirdo jam today, which ended up being pretty damn cool. I enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll catch you tomorrow. We'll open up Open Door and check out some of the layered vocals. Oh, I got a level 4 hype train emote. So, all right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. And I'm out.